This is Ellie Jelly and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to crochet this beautiful summer dress or summer beach cover. It's made in beautiful, modern, vivid colors, so you're going to be a star on the beach. As you can see, it's really beginner friendly. The only thing you need to know is how to crochet. That means how to chain and how to double crochet. The dress is made top down, so we are going to start by chaining a foundation chain, and then we are going to increase the project and crochet in the round until you reach the length of your project. You can stop here and make a top, or you can continue and make a long dress. It's up to you. The yarn used is this beautiful cake yarn by Yarn Art, which is a Turkish producer of yarns. This one is called Flowers Vivid. It's not a sponsored video, I bought it myself. For this dress, I did not use the whole cake. I needed about half of it, so I think you can make a long dress out of it. So, what else you need to know? Oh, of course, you need to know the size of the hook. In this case, I used 3.5mm hook. You can use 3mm hook as well, which is also recommended with this type of yarn. But it all depends on the way you're crocheting, if it's too tight or too loose. So this is something you are going to decide for yourself. I want it to be more loose, so I use 3.5mm hook. Then you also need some scissors and some markers. I needed 4 of them. And without further to say, I think we can grab our hook and get started. First of all, make a foundation chain of 120 chains. Do not twist your chain, so be careful, and join the first and the last chain by slip stitching. And from now on, we are going to crochet in the round. First of all, chain 1, 2, 3 chains. These first 3 chains stand for the first double crochet. After that, yarn over and make a double crochet into the following stitch or chain, and make another double crochet into the following chain. We have just created a set of 3 double crochets. From now on, we have to repeat this sequence. Chain 4, skip 3, 1, 2, 3 of the foundation chain, and make 3 double crochets into the following 3 chains. 1 double crochet, second double crochet, and the third one. And again, repeat this sequence, 4 chains, then skip 1, 2, 3 on the foundation chain, and make 3 double crochets into the following chains. And this is what you're going to do until you reach the end of row 1, and I'll meet you there. At the end of row number 1, we are going to chain 4, find the initial chain of 3 and slip stitch into the third chain, and in the second row you have to start with chain of 3, and as you can see we are going to be crocheting in the round, so do not twist your work or turn your work. Just simply move to the second row by slip stitching and continue crocheting in the round. So after that you are going to make a double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row and another double crochet from the to the double crochet from the previous row. We have a set of 3 double crochets, and now we are going to separate these 3 double crochets, but this time with a set of 5 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move to the set of 3 double crochets from the previous row and make another set of 3 double crochets into the stitches. And again, it's really easy. The pattern continues by 5 chains and making 3 double crochets into the 3 double crochets from the previous row. Continue like this until you reach the end of row 2. Your work should look like this. So now we are at the end of row 2. So now you have to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again find the initial chain of 3, slip stitch into the third chain. And it will always be the same. Chain 3. Make a double crochet into the double crochet from the previous row and make another double crochet from the previous row. And now we have chained 5 in the previous row, so now we have to chain 6. So add 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and continue. Make 3 double crochets into the double crochets from the previous row. Chain 6. And continue. Continue until you reach the end of the row. And now I will explain the logic to you. In this place we are always going to make 3 double crochets. There are no increases. The increases are made in this part, so always between the columns made by the set of 3 double crochets. And now you can continue until you reach row number 15. So it means that the next row, that is row number 4, you are going to chain 7 chains, but the rest will be the same. So in the 4th row there will be 3 double crochets, 7 chains, 3 double crochets separated by 7 chains, and so on and so forth. Always crochet in the round. Do not turn your work, and I will meet you at the end of row 15. As you can see, we have just finished row 15. What you're going to do next? We have to create the armpit. That means you need 4 markers and mark the corners of your work to be able to distinguish between front, back, and the shoulders. It's really simple. There should be 4 columns between the markers. It's a regular shape. What you should check as well is the number of separation chains. If you increased the work correctly and always added 1 chain, you started with 3 chains. That means you ended with 18. You will need 18 chains for the following row. That means row 16. I'm going to show you how to create the armpit. And after that, it's all up to you. Row 16. In this row, you are still going to be crocheting in the round, so do not turn your work. By slip stitching, get into the 16th row and continue as usual. So make 3 chains. After that, make 2 double crochets into the 2 stitches from the previous row. So that remains the same. And after that, you are not going to make an increase in this row and continue by chaining 18 chains, then making 3 double crochets again into these 3 double crochets from the previous row, and continue until you reach your first marker, and I'm going to meet you there. As you can see, we have just created the first body part, either the front or the back, and reach the marker. Make 3 double crochets into the place with a marker, and now we are going to create the armpit, so the place or the hole for your arm. That means, because the pattern is at the moment a multiple of 18 plus 3, we have to create 2 multiples of the pattern. That means 18 plus 3 plus 18. That makes together 39 chains. So please make 39 chains, and after you've made these 39 chains, find the next marker and make 3 double crochets there, and I'll meet you there. And this is how your work looks like after you've created the armpit. That means 3 double crochets, 39 stitches or chains, and 3 double crochets. After that, you are going to continue with the pattern. That means now we have to create the body part, either the front or the back. It won't be visible because it's a regular rectangular shape. So now you are going to continue with the pattern, and after that, after you have finished 3 double crochets in the next marker, you are again going to create the armpit the same way we have just made. And I'll meet you after that. We have just made 39 chains for the second armpit, and we are going to end row 16 with a slip stitch, and we are going to move to row 17. It's going to be simple. Again, you already know it. First of all, chain 3 chains and continue by making 2 double crochets and continue with the pattern. In the row 17 there will be no increase as well, so again you will always need 18 separation chains. Now what you're going to do is to continue with the body part, and I'll meet you at the newly created armpit. Row 17. You already made the body part and ended with 3 double crochets. There are 39 chains from the previous row. These chains must be divided to 18 chains, 3 chains marked by these markers, and 18 chains. To keep the pattern smooth, what you're going to do now is to chain 18 chains, make 3 double crochets into the marked stitches, and chain 18 chains, and again make 3 double crochets into the place where the armpit ends. And after that you are going to continue with the pattern. The second armpit will be the same. So again, take your markers, divide the armpit area to 18 chains, 3 chains and 18 chains, and the logic will be the same. After that you are going to crochet in the round to the length you want to. And this is how the armpit or the armhole looks like in the row number 17. 3 double crochets, 18 stitches, 3 double crochets, 18 stitches, and continue with the pattern. If you like this tutorial, show me your support by liking this video or subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.